This is not my first time doing red carpet makeup. I'm a makeup artist. I've done it before, but this is my first time doing my own because it's the first red carpet I've ever done. And you know what they say, the Getty doesn't lie. So this was the premiere for The Bride, which is Jessie Buckley's new film, Irish Queen. The aesthetic is very 1930s, wretched, messy, and the hair and makeup is a really huge part of her character and the film in general. So I really wanted to capture that in my way. As usual, I have no skincare on my eyes, but I'm going to use the Urban Decay shadow stick, which is really close to my actual skin colour. This is basically like going to be my primer. I'm not going to do too much on the eyes, but I still want what I do put on there to be very well captured. I'm just using a clean eyeshadow brush to blend it. It's very blendable and you do have a bit of time before it sets and dries. I really love these because they're not super full coverage, like you can wear it quite sheer. This is my colour palette. I'm just going to use these two shades. I'm starting with this very pale grey pink and I'm just taking it all over the lid and focusing it on the inner corner. But I wanted to go for like a soft goth. This is basically very much my makeup style, but more elevated for the red carpet. Even though this is like a brightening shade, it does have a touch of grey or something in it to dull it down a wee bit, so it does make it a bit more soft and a bit more me. It just prevents it from being really bright and glam. And I'm focusing it on the brow bone and the inner corner, which is like my touch points where I want to accentuate and emphasize the contours of my eyes. I'm using the grey, which is obviously very pale grey, because I just want to add a little bit of definition. Again, I really want to create a lot of contour, shape and definition. I want this to be quite striking in a really soft way. Of course, I'm going to do a big liner moment. This is the God Mode liner I've been using a lot. As you can see, it's pretty much done. I've probably got about a couple of days left out of it, but I am kind of going to do my usual shape. A lot of definition on the lower lash line and on the upper lash line. And the reason I opted for this over black is because I didn't want it to be so on the nose, gothic, The Bride, Mary Shelley. I didn't want it to look like I was in costume because the dress I'm wearing and my hair is so striking anyway. I didn't want it to all be too much at once. I of course wanted it to be very defined, a huge moment and very me, but yeah, I just didn't want it to be like, oh, she thought she had to dress up as a goth. This is a very good tip for prolonging your anything, eyeliner, lip liner. Put translucent powder on top of everything to like set it in place, and it's not going to move at all. It does also, if you don't wipe it away enough, it does also kind of leave a little bit of a grey cast over your eye makeup, which I really, really like. It knocks everything back a bit and mutes everything. I'm just doing my usual lash curl and mascara. I actually decided not to do a lash because I didn't want it to be so glam. That's not really who the bride is. She is a mess, and I wanted it to be a bit more grungy and a bit more real and much less glam. Also, I do want to say I was really working with the intention of doing things in baby steps that I could build them up. So you will see that I am not really applying as much as I normally would. That includes my eyes, my base, because I wanted to be able to add more at the very end if I needed to. So I just did my basic eye shape that I definitely want to do, and at the very end I'm like, I'm going to wait and see if I want to add more and if I want to really go for it. But initially it's not a good idea. I'd already done my skincare that morning using these products, so I'm kind of just touching up my skin with some skin food. I kind of always apply my moisturizer with a brush because I always do my eyes first, and I find that the brush just allows me to get in where I need to and no more, no less. I'm using this MUA grippy primer thing again. I don't really use it day to day because it's just too much for every day really, but I have been using it for events and I have been really enjoying it. And also I obviously didn't really want to use anything that I hadn't used before because I really didn't want to have any accidents, and I actually didn't have the time. I only had like 40 minutes to do my makeup, which is quite a long time, but when you're filming it's kind of not. I'm using this really nice milk stick concealer thing that I've talked about before, and I am applying it with my fingers. I kind of wanted to channel Nina Park. I really wanted to go not too much on the skin to begin with, so I'm really using my finger to really work the product into the skin. This concealer stick thing is just so nice. It's like a gel stick, solid. It's really unique and it is really beautiful to work with, and it is really buildable. So I'm basically just using the first application to sort of neutralize any redness. Then where I want more coverage, I'm going in with a full coverage concealer brush to build up on my areas where I have extra redness, and then I'm going in with a clean brush with nothing on it just to blend it out so it does really look like skin, because I knew that I was probably going to build the eyes up quite a bit. So I wanted to do not too much on the skin. Again, the bride is not a glam girl, and honestly neither am I. I really love the aesthetic of like raw imperfect skin and heavy eyes or heavy lips or whatever, so I'm really trying to channel that because it's also very, very me. I know this blush isn't really the vibe, but I just put a tiny bit of it on just for a bit of colour, so I don't again look like a ghost, like a costume or a ghost. I just wanted a flush of colour that looks natural on me, and that's exactly what that blush is. Then I'm using the Huda Beauty Sugar Cookie again that I used on my eyes, all down the centre of my skin. I did want it to be quite matte. The skin food does kind of make you quite dewy throughout the night, which is fine by me, but to start with I do want to be more matte. I'm also thinking about my hair and my dress, and matte skin is the one. This is a really good pro tip. I always do this to finish off. Take a fluffy eyeshadow brush and your powder and just go back over all the little areas that you can't get with a big brush, and also on areas where you want more texture relief. So on my blemishes, the more powder you put, well, a good powder, the more powder you put, the smoother it will be. Also, this powder and concealer is crazy because I can build up on top of each other and it didn't cake up. I'm taking a little bit of my usual powder contour shade and just putting that where you contour. I did want it to be quite gothic and sexy and sculpted in a haunting way, you know. We're getting to the final stages. I decided I want to amp up the eyes, so I'm taking this black, but because I have so much translucent powder on top, I know it's going to be more grey, which is perfect. It's not like jet black. I don't want that. I want a soft smoked grey. I already have the architecture of the eye. That is what I want, and I'm just following that. I'm working on top of it with the black shadow and blending that into the shadows that are already there. I'm also dipping into the grey shadow that I put in the crease just to soften it out a bit and dial it back from being jet black. A big jet black eye was not what I wanted. I wanted it to have layers and character. To sharpen it up a bit, I'm taking a concealer brush and my concealer shade and just going underneath and sharpening it up. This is such a classic MUA thing, but it's one of those touches that honestly transforms your face and your makeup and your everything. I also do this on my lip line a lot. It's just one of those touches, I can't explain it, but it looks like you paid to get your makeup done. I don't know. And I'm just setting that with some powder and the same brush and just going back on top to brighten, to set, and make sure that nothing moves. Now, when I got invited to this and I thought about my makeup, I instantly thought of folio, so I had to stick with it. I'm putting folio on all over. It is a really, really unique nude. It's very strange. It's very interesting, and I'm mixing it with a little bit of concealer just to make it a bit more creamy. And none other than Stone. We have to use Stone, of course, the Cool Tone lip liner in my usual places, really emphasizing the cupid's bow and the lower middle part of my lip. And another thing that really elevates your makeup is sharpening your lip pencil. It makes such a difference in your application. You obviously don't have to do it every time, but if you want to feel special, sharpening your lip liner really, really ups your makeup application. Now, I wanted to blend the lip line into the folio a bit more. Sometimes I don't do a super blended lip line and I just leave it like this side right now, but on this occasion I do want to blend it because I do want it to be a bit softer because the eyes are such a feature here. And again, I didn't want it to look like I was going to a costume party. And again, I'm using my Huda Beauty Sugar Cookie to set my lip in place. This didn't move all night. In fact, nothing moved all night. And it was a pretty long night in the end. But remember, a makeup artist thinks ahead. So when you're doing your makeup, think ahead. That is my red carpet look. My first red carpet ever. I felt incredible. The makeup is completely, honestly, wholeheartedly me. Obviously, I don't even need to say that. It photographed really, really beautifully and I felt really amazing. But one thing that is really important to do, and I do this when I do someone's makeup for a special event or a red carpet, is take a test photo. Take pictures with flash and see how it looks. You might need to wisp away some powder. You might need to add more powder, but flash can be really unforgiving and it's a really good way to show your work for how it will translate on camera. Don't use an iPhone. It sucks. It does not understand makeup and it makes makeup look terrible. Get a digicam, cheap one. flash on, and you can make any changes if you need to. That is my red carpet glam. This is the dress, this is the hair. Thank you Fraser, thank you Dan, I felt incredible. Let me know if you enjoyed this, if you learned anything. What did you learn? I'm dying to know.